One Brown.
Oh, whoa.
I did nothing.
Whoa.
I did nothing.
Right here. Stay right here.
I did nothing. What did I do?
Stay right here.
I left 2 notes. One for the
No, face me. Face me. And don't ever do that again.
I left a piece of paper.
Ever do that again.
It's a piece of paper.
If you come out, you walk to that podium. Am I understood? Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Whoa. This courtroom starts with chaos before the actual bond hearing even gets underway. A defendant is being warned to follow the court's instructions, while the judge quickly makes it clear that disrespect or refusal to cooperate will not be tolerated. But once the hearing turns to Mr. Hopkins, the stakes get much higher. His attorney wants him released from house arrest so he can work and attend a cybersecurity program, while prosecutors point to allegations involving domestic violence, resisting officers, and an injured officer. The judge is clearly struggling to understand how the situation escalated this far. So the big question is, will the court loosen his restrictions, or could the judge actually make his bond even tougher?
Go ahead, counsel.
One Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Amit Ehrenreich. Please state your name.
To ensure justice is made, I will make 5 brief statements and then state my name.
No,
Dana
you
from
will
the
state
forensic
your
center
name. You
had
will
first
state your
met me
name.
of July 20.
Take him back.
Yes,
Take him back.
7 months
Because take him back. He'll follow the rules or not. Have a good day. We may call you back. We may not. Okay.
So, Your Honor, for the record,
For the record, what?
Mr. Ehrenreich remains incompetent. But I guess that.
Yeah, I know. And I think he technically has to be here. I don't know that he's forfeited the right. Ms. Hughes, are you okay?
Sorry, I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry.
No, why embarrassed? What are you embarrassed about?
I'm sorry, I'm totally fine. Just overwhelmed. I'm really sorry.
Okay, no, go ahead. She shouldn't be embarrassed by it. Okay, so we all have to be real. Had that been Blanche, he would have been punched. So I'm just saying. I mean, guy would have been tagged out, he'd be down.
Are we going
to address the condition of bond that requires that Mr. Hopkins be on house arrest. Prior to this matter, Mr. Hopkins was employed as a result of having the tethered police. No longer able to, in this case, he was no longer able to maintain that employment. He is hoping to be able to get new employment and is asking that the court consider a no go-to order, a no contact order, or anything of that nature. My client, Mr. Hopkins, also recently registered for the cybersecurity program. Text me that information. I tried to send the confirmation to Ms. Barroso so that she would be able to see it. It's my understanding that the classes are majority online, but that would be the only place that he would have to come to Washtenaw County. Otherwise, he's just asking for some order that would allow him to work and just not have that kind of contact.
Response.
Your Honor, the bond in this case was set at $5,000 cash for surety when we requested a $50,000 bond. In this case, the people are uncomfortable with him being out. This was an event for a series of events that occurred where the defendant assaulted the victim at not one but 2 locations. An eyewitness saw the defendant shove the victim while near the police station. The police attempted to make contact with the defendant, and then he picked up, as a result of him resisting, picked up 5 counts of R&O against 4 different officers. One of those 5 counts is an R&O causing injury that was so severe that the officer is actually seeking specialized medical treatment from an orthopedic surgeon. At this point, this is a 9.
So hold on. There was a DV and then an officer injured. Why is he out?
Your Honor, if I could address.
Hold on. I'll let Ms. Barroso finish and then you can address it. I just had an intermediate question. Go ahead.
So at this point, I don't think that a modification of bond removing him from being on house arrest is appropriate. We objected to a nominal bond of $5,000 when it was originally granted. At this point, I don't think that any further reduction is appropriate.
A couple of things. First of all, Mr. Hopkins is here with his father. He is 20 years old. He has no prior criminal history. In reviewing the police report and the video, even the report references that the altercation, that the incidents that resulted in this charge, that there were,
In which
that it was,
charge?
I'll start with the domestic violence, that with those charges, that there was a more complicated situation. I believe the officer said, the report said something to the effect of, and this would also go to the property, that there had been physical altercations between the two of them, fighting between the two of them, and breaking of objects between the two of them. So I believe that there's more to this than said. The allegations of the domestic violence are the one of the shoving, and also I believe of Mr. Hopkins taking his own computer back from the complainant. That's the second allegation of the domestic violence. And the resisting and obstructing is, the allegations are that Mr. Hopkins, not that Mr. Hopkins turned around and slammed someone or punched them or anything, that he pulled away. The allegation is the officer fell and that caused the injury. And then that officer fell, yes, as he pulled away. And then subsequently, 4 officers who were, some of whom just pulled up on the scene in the video, all ran after him. And that's where the resisting and obstructing comes. And he did, in fact, eventually stop. It was not, it's not as if he were in a vehicle and went miles or hours away. He did stop running, and he did, once they complied, once that occurred, there were no further incidents. So,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, that is not the characterization of the RNO. The allegations include him punching 2 officers in the face, breaking free of their grasp, causing them to fall to the ground, twisting and seriously injuring an officer's finger. And then it went on for such a period of time that an officer had to point and deploy a taser. And that another officer had to point their pistol at a defendant. So at the defendant. So at this point, I don't think it was him passively.
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to view the video.
Well, you had an opportunity to view the video.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, when
I think that's either yes or no. Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, as soon as the officer saw him, she pointed the taser at him. This is not, as soon as she saw him, she pointed the taser at him. This is not a situation where he was running and pointed the taser.
I didn't ask that, Ms. Gaines. I did not ask that.
Yes, sir.
Was the taser deployed?
Yes, it was.
Did an officer have to draw their weapon?
I did not see that. I could not see that on the video.
Ms. Burrows, are you indicating an officer had to draw their weapon?
That is what was indicated to me in the file, Your Honor. Yes.
And then there's an officer that's injured. Again, we'll ask the question. I don't know why this individual's out.
Again, Your Honor, he's 20 years old. He has no prior history, and he has no reason to come back to Washtenaw County other than for school in this case. It's my understanding. I have not heard any information that he has had any contact with the complainant, has violated any orders. He is just asking to be able to go to work and to be able to get a job and go to work. Your Honor, would you want to hear from Mr. Hopkins' father, who's present?
I don't know what he could tell me at this point in time. I'm more worried about the bond as it originally is set. Does he have prior convictions for anything?
No, Your Honor.
The original domestic was about. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, because just tell you, I have some serious concerns that this escalated to a point that officers are having to deploy a taser, pull their weapon, and there are clearly enough officers around to, in my opinion, have subdued this individual without having to do all of that. So something else is going on. And
Your Honor,
I also have, I mean, one's bad enough, but I have 2 counts of domestic violence.
again, Your Honor, one of them is him taking back his own computer. That's one of the allegations. And that's why I'm saying there were things that were happening before this. That's not to excuse his behavior. That is to say that there's broader context. And in my view of the video, initially there was 1 officer, then there were 2, and he ran from 2, but as he's running from those 2, there are cars, 4 and 5 cars are pulling up with sirens on an unarmed young man who is clearly panicked. This is not someone who's had police involvement, who has a history of contact with law enforcement and the criminal justice system. Again, I'm not excusing, but I do think that there is there's more. I think there are more nuances to this than the prosecutor does.
Well, explain some of those then. Because I've got a victim of a DV that's injured.
She is not, the domestic violence person is not injured. It was the shove and the taking of there's no injury to her.
Domestic violence are 2 misdemeanor counts.
That is
Felonies
correct.
here are 5 counts of art, 5 counts.
Yeah, I see that.
Are causing it.
Maybe I misread that on the report, but
Yes.
the injury to the finger that's the officer.
That's correct.
Thank you. I don't understand this. I mean, there's a lot I don't understand. How, and I get there are resisting and obstructings that are filed that some may look at as questionable in terms of the charge. I get that. But I'm also trying to figure out how an officer gets injured, that there are punches to the face of officers. I mean, Ms. Gaines, I don't get it.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm saying I did not see any punches to the face when I observed the video.
Well, tell you what, I'm certainly not changing any conditions. Can you explain to me one reason why I shouldn't raise his bond?
Your Honor, he has appeared for every court date, and he has not picked up any new charges. He has not had any contact with the complainant on the domestic violence or any of the officers. My understanding from him is that he has only come to Washtenaw County for court. He does not even reside in this county. It does not appear he's a flight risk, nor that he is a danger to the community. He is here with his father. He has come to every court date, and he's highly responsive to my calls and texts. And absent the no offer in this matter, we'd be looking to resolve it.
Anything else from the people?
No, Your Honor.
You know what? I'm not changing his condition in the bond. I'm not at this juncture going to up his bond either, although of rights I should. Of rights, I don't think he should be out around tethered or not, given that behavior. But I'll let Judge Perry deal with that after she hears the preliminary examination. Bond will continue. Motion for bond reduction or changing condition is denied.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the key decision. Mr. Hopkins' attorney asked the court to modify his bond conditions so he could pursue employment and attend his cybersecurity classes, arguing that he was only 20 years old, had no prior criminal history, had appeared for every court date, and had not violated any existing orders or contacted the complainant or officers. The prosecution, however, strongly opposed reducing the restrictions, pointing to allegations of 2 domestic violence misdemeanors and 5 resisting and obstructing counts, including allegations involving an injured officer. The judge ultimately chose a middle ground. The bond was not increased, but the existing conditions were not reduced either. The judge also expressed serious concerns about the alleged behavior and indicated that Judge Perry could address the matter further after the preliminary examination. Legally, this hearing was about bond, not a final determination of guilt, and the allegations remain allegations unless proven in court. What do you think? Was keeping the existing bond conditions the right decision, or should the judge have increased the bond? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.